Hi, I'm Christopher Lyons and welcome to the third edition of humanLAB Let's Talk Shop. Before I jump back into the Store of the Future program, I want to give a big shout out and thanks to everyone who viewed my US presidential elections predictions. So far I'm 4 out of 5, and if the Democrats win the Senate, I'll be 5 out of 5. Not a bad start. I'd encourage you to check out my previous vid. It's on my YouTube channel. Links in the bio. Please like and share. If you share my content, it really helps, as I want to get my story heard, promote behavioural strategy, and ultimately find my next project or job. Now, back to the Store of the Future program. A very quick recap. I was commissioned in 2019 by Suning, China's third largest e-commerce platform, to reinvent and create what a convenience store or CVS of the future should look like. The task was broken into 3 components. Define what the store's fundamental purpose is, its mission, how to create a meaningful relationship with customers, and what technologies enable an ongoing relationship to thrive. The premise: the winners in retail, in China and globally, will be the platform or platforms that provides the next generation of behavioural analysis and retail predictability. What is that? In real time, they can understand and evaluate an individual user's emotional state, how you feel, or how you're about to feel, your immediate future state, and cross-reference this with your purchasing habits. Putting it simply, understanding a user's want before the consumer are even aware of the need. The proposition: we are offering Chinese consumers hope. Hope in the form of a convenience store. You must be thinking, what the fuck, Christopher? Are you crazy? Hope can take many forms. How do you package hope? What are the technologies enablers to initiate and generate hope? To explain the solution, we need to take a huge step back and understand the foundational pillars of Chinese society. These cornerstones have been the same for thousands of years. They're family, health, happiness, and prosperity. These are similar across all North Asia. The importance of family cannot be overemphasized. However, 2 impactful cultural behavioural differences in China versus Japan and South Korea, their North Asian neighbours, are in and around retirement and healthcare. In China, there's no institutional or government-sponsored form of retirement benefits, no superannuation like in Australia, or no 401k like in the US. While China's public healthcare system is by international standards subpar, ranked 144th by the World Health Organization, and is technically not free. So you have a huge population who are slowly aging with no income post 60 years of age, who must live off their savings or any passive income they've created. If they cannot, and most cannot, they look to their children for direct support. The burden of responsibility for managing aging parents falls on their children's shoulders. And the weight is considerable and it's heavy, and they are aware of it from a very, very, very young age. In order to create a mission for Suning that is meaningful, you need to look behind the red curtain and understand what is really going on in the fastest, most competitive environment in the world. What systemic societal issues could you help solve or reduce with your solution? Now, by all major indices, Chinese society should be healthier and happier. People are living longer than in any other point of time in history. Birth rates are up, employment levels are up, average salaries are up, life expectancy is up. But when you scratch underneath the surface of Chinese society, we uncovered an alarming and frightening universal truth that's taboo to discuss. Chinese are not happier. The 3 metrics that are upside down are loneliness, depression, and suicide. Technology has actually disconnected us from our physical relationships. Cyberbullying is an unspoken epidemic. People feel lonely and more isolated than ever before, and suicide rates are the highest ever recorded. And remember, we're talking about a country that suppresses negative and destabilizing information. And China has officially the 3rd highest suicide rate per capita in the world for women. Only behind that of actually Japan and South Korea. Yes, there is a genuine epidemic going on in North Asia. A contributing factor and reason for this is the competitive pressure of schooling and the importance of tertiary education positions. Students spend more time in private post-school tuition than in actual school in China. An additional 20 to 30 hours per week is not uncommon. While only 60% of students get accepted to universities that actually apply, demand far exceeds supply. And actually, too many kids actually graduate. And therefore, graduates are not guaranteed finding a job once they've graduated and got their degree. Combine this with the stress of supporting your parents as they get older is a huge burden on the shoulders of Chinese younger society. Chinese in general are not happier. This is reflected in them being unhealthy. Obesity levels are the highest ever recorded. Heart disease has risen year on year for the last 10 years. There's increase in the death rates by strokes, and diabetes has crept into society and is prevalent in the young. 2 of the 4 foundations of Chinese society are being destabilized: health and happiness. The very fabric of Chinese society is being distorted and torn apart by technology. With all this happening, Suning's mission became clear to me. They need to bring happiness to people's lives, making them feel physically and mentally better every day, creating a healthier and happier society. Improving your health directly improves your happiness and your way of life. You feel better, you work smarter, not harder, study more efficiently. Being healthy means you have ability to work at your optimum. You have more opportunities to make more money and be more successful and find, ultimately, prosperity. The healthier you are, the more you can support your family financially and emotionally. Therefore, we help prepare Chinese youth for the competitive world out there. How do we aim to do this? Suning fused technology with health to generate more happiness, creating like-minded tribes of connected, physical and virtual, happier humans. What is the technology that enables, that unlocks the hope and drives health and happiness? This will be revealed in our next episode. So please, be safe out there, everyone, and be kind to yourself in these difficult times, and we'll talk again really, really soon.